Nothing, nothing, nothing. Where have you two been?
I'm sorry, Gwen. We just had, breakfast, that's all.
Thanks for the heads up, Shadow. You're probably wondering why I called you over here. Well, my parents are out of the house and kids at college, and it's really boring here on my own.
So you're basically home alone?
Something like that.
And why didn't you just call Ben?
Ben's very unreliable when it comes to keeping things cleaned. At least I know you two are reliable in that faction. I needed someone to hang out with, and there you have it. The you see,
Brilliant.
I happen to have an assignment for you two. Review Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, which is what we're about to watch.
Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince, huh? Sounds like fun. Then make it our mission, and we chose to accept it. Now, where do you keep the DVDs, Gwen?
Go to that shelf.
Got it. 2 hours, 33 minutes, and 27 seconds later. I'm gonna be honest. Did not expect the Half-Blood Prince to take an even darker turn than the other movies. Okay, time to kick off the review. Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince. The sixth movie in the Harry Potter film series. The movie begins with Death Eaters assaulting a bridge, and it gets put into the Daily Prophet. Harry's actually reading the Daily Prophet. Wow. And then a waitress asks Harry about who Harry Potter is, and then he goes out to a train station. However, Dumbledore comes to him that Harry's been reckless all summer, but Harry's train thing helped him get his minds off things. So, Dumbledore suggested paying a visit to Horace Slughorn. So, Dumbledore teleports himself and Harry to Slughorn's home, and we learned that Harry's mother, Lily, was one of Slughorn's students. However, Dumbledore has come to ask Slughorn to come back to Hogwarts as a teacher, and he accepted, but was reluctant at first. But however, Dumbledore has already sent Harry's belongings to the Weasleys' burrow and teleports him there.
Meanwhile, Narcissa Malfoy and Bellatrix meet Professor Snape, who's undercover for Dumbledore. Who's not really working for the Death Eaters, just a double agent. And Snape makes an unbreakable vow to protect Draco Malfoy at all costs. And meanwhile, at Borgin and Burghs, Fred and George are having wizard weasels. And we learn that Ginny is dating Dean Thomas. But while we're there, we get one of the most annoying characters in the history of Harry Potter, Lavender.
Lavender has a crush on Ron, which makes him feel uncomfortable, and goes stalking him everywhere 24/7. That's not how healthy relationships work. Sheesh. However, Harry, Ron, Hermione, encounter Draco Malfoy in Borgin and Burgs with the Death Eaters, and then later on the train, Harry is under the impression that Draco Malfoy is now a Death Eater. I mean, that makes sense. His father is a Death Eater, so of course it makes sense. However, Harry's evidence doesn't stand yet. So he follows Malfoy up to the front because Malfoy was talking about committing suicide off the astronomy tower that Couturier at Hogwarts because he calls Hogwarts a pathetic excuse for a school. And then Malfoy taunts Harry with, "Did your mummy ever teach you it was rules to eavesdrop, Potter?" But too late. Malfoy knocks Harry out, leaving him unconscious until Luna Lovegood comes to the rescue. You know, I think Luna's nice. And I ship her and Neville in these movies. Wow. Never thought there'd be a good character as Luna. Meanwhile, at Hogwarts, Ron's already eating before Dumbledore can give his speech. However, Hermione hits him with a book and tells him to stop eating because Harry is missing, but he's all in one piece and he's covered in blood, as usual.
You want to attack because whenever you two, Ranger, Meg, Bigelow, Solon, Laser, and my cousin get out for battles or story saga events, you're covered in blood. Why is it you're always covered in blood?
I didn't think it'd be possible for me to get covered in blood, considering I'm the ultimate life form. Anyhow, Dumbledore gives a running speech about Tom Riddle, and he's known as Lord Voldemort. And Voldemort may be playing his next move right now. And meanwhile, Harry and Ron get a free period. And Professor McGonagall gives some advice to Harry that Professor Slughorn is happy to accept NEWT students because Professor Slughorn is teaching potions. However, Ron comes along too. Dumbledore did ask Harry to get to know Slughorn.
But during potions class, Slughorn teaches a new formula called Liquid Luck, which makes the user lucky, and the recipe was on 10 page on their book. I mean page 10. Dang it! And the book Harry found was the property of the Half-Blood Prince. But it was different to everyone else's because the instructions on the Half-Blood Prince's book said, "Crush it, don't cut it." And Harry followed them, and he got the liquid luck. Slughorn advised everyone to use it wisely. And then we cut to a flashback where Professor Dumbledore meets a young Tom Riddle, enrolling him into Hogwarts. Did you think he'd know Tom Riddle would end up as Lord Voldemort?
I don't know, Gwen. I mean, how do you explain the Hunger Games? Do you think Candace Everdeen would know that President Snow would be rotten? And did you think she'd know about the rebels in the first place? Before catching fire? I don't know. And now it's time for Quidditch tryouts. But however, Ron is nervous because he's going for keeper. But however, Harry tries to calm everyone down, but not working. Luckily, Ginny saves the day. And Harry tells the players that just because they made the team last year, it does not guarantee them a spot this year. However, Ron is nervous. And then we get the second most annoying character in the entire movie, Cormac McLagan, who's also going for keeper, because keepers need to be quick and agile. And I just realized something. In the previous movies, it was Oliver Wood who was Quidditch captain. And now it's Harry. What's next? Is Ron gonna be head boy? I doubt it, considering the ending of the Deathly Hallows Part 2. Don't think Ron would have ended up as head boy, like Percy did. I feel bad that Percy isn't in this movie. Same with Oliver. But anyway, as tryouts begin, Lavender, like the annoying one she is, roots for Ron. Well, she's crazy over him. That's how Amy was in the Sack X dimension over my character in that dimension until I attacked some sense into her. And then, without even thinking about it, to help even Ron's odds, Hermione used the Confundus charm. Let them play it out fairly, Hermione. And do we have to remind you what you said in the Chamber of Secrets?
At least no one on the Gryffindor team had to buy their way in. They got enough pure talent.
And yet, Hermione uses the Confundus charm in Quidditch tryouts just so Ron could win. I know Hermione loves Ron, but seriously, Hermione Granger, I thought you were better than this. My goodness. And then, no one heard of a spell called Sectum Sempra, because Harry was reading through a book which belonged to the Half-Blood Prince. And they were wondering who the Half-Blood Prince is, and then later, they decided to go for some butterbeer. Hermione checked the library, and there was no traces of the Half-Blood Prince. However, when they go for some butterbeer, Ron sees Ginny with Dean Thomas, and we hear his catchphrase, bloody hell. Dean and Hermione were holding hands and snogging, but Ron decided to leave. I mean, Hermione asked Ron if Ginny expected them to leave if she saw Ron snogging with Hermione. Sonic, don't you and Solon go snogging? Gwen, don't you and Kevin also go snogging?
Sometimes. But I'm 12, he's 13. We're not ready to go that far yet. Beyond that, I mean.
However, Laser and Callie go snogging too. And Slughorn comes in and invites Harry and Hermione over to his party. However, Katie and Leanne, some of the students, go on forward, and Katie is cursed. And the Golden Trio take them to the hospital wing, and then we get an iconic moment from Professor McGonagall. Why is it whenever something happens, it is always you free? Because they're the Golden Trio, Professor McGonagall. That's why. You know, Gwen, you, Ben, and Kevin are like the Golden Trio yourselves in a way. Ben's Harry, you're Hermione, and Kevin's Ron.
Then that makes Vilgax Lord Voldemort. During Slughorn's party, we learned that Hermione's parents are dentists. Given how Hermione's a Muggle-born, aren't the three of us Muggles?
Yeah, we are, but Ben told me you were actually performing magic sometimes, once from a book and once from a page a sorcerer stole during your summer break in 2023.
That's right, I was, but I still consider myself to be a Muggle.
However, Harry and Hermione were bored at Slughorn's Christmas party. Ginny and Dean did have an argument, as it seemed. However, Ron was not excited about the Quidditch game. He thought about resigning after today's match. Harry gave him some juice, and Luna came in saying hi. However, Harry put something in Ron's cup. At first, Luna thought it was a tonic, but it was liquid luck. Hermione warns Ron not to drink it, but too late, he drinks it. And Harry's happy that Ron's feeling optimistic about the Quidditch match. And then it's Gryffindor versus Slytherin. And Gryffindor wins, all because Ron had liquid luck, and they were celebrating.
However, Hermione was crying her eyes out seeing Lavender around Ron. She felt left out. Harry said he would too about Dean and Ginny. I actually felt bad for Hermione in this scene. However, Harry and Hermione had to figure out who they were going to take to Slughorn's Christmas party. But Harry decided to bring Luna, while Hermione was taken by Cormac, the second most annoying character in the entire movie. They should have paired Lavender with Cormac because they both have the same traits. Annoying. But however, there was a girl who was trying to smuggle Harry a love potion.
However, the real reason she wanted to go after Harry is because Harry was the chosen one. You see? But ended up going with Luna instead. Hermione tried her best to avoid McLaggen. However, Snape alerted Harry that Dumbledore was on his holidays and Draco tried to break in. However, Harry overhears Snape talking about his unbreakable vow to his mother. And we're on the train. Ron reveals if you break an unbreakable vow, you'll die. And however, to make things worse, Lavender followed him onto the train. But Harry, Ron, Hermione having Christmas at the Weasleys. And Harry tells the unbreakable vow to Professor Lupin. However, you see, Death Eaters attack the Burrow right after Ginny offers Harry some Christmas pies. Hermione is still upset about the fact over Ron and Lavender, and then Dumbledore and Harry tried to see Slughorn's memories, but they've been tampered with because Slughorn has been hiding something, so Harry had to find out what if they wanted to defeat Voldemort. However, Ron is in the hospital, and once he wakes up, he and Lavender break up. I say that serves Lavender right, but I felt bad for Ron and Hermione in this movie. However, Katie is well. But however, she doesn't know who put the curse on her. However, it's Draco as he's seen rushing to the toilet, and Harry storms after and tries using the Sectum Sempra spell on him. However, Snape comes in to the rescue because he knows his unbreakable vow. However, Harry and Ginny hide the book belonging to the Half-Blood Prince, and they kiss. And they succeed in hiding the book in the vanishing cabinet in the room of requirement.
And Harry drinks the liquid luck himself, and he goes to see Hagrid. But moments after that, they see Slughorn's real memory and learn of the Horcrux, because a Horcrux keeps a soul alive, extends it so they can't die, in Slughorn's memory with Tom Riddle, but a sacrifice is required to do so, but Tom Riddle questions 7 of it, which ends up as the 7 Horcruxes in the Deathly Hallows.
And now, Dumbledore and Harry know where to find the Horcrux, so they go into the cave, see if they can destroy it, and poof, they take it back, but Dumbledore tells Harry to put some poison into his throat, which makes Dumbledore struggle, and they have to fight their way through a horde of zombies, and they get out with the Horcrux. And Harry tries to get Dumbledore to the hospital wing, but Dumbledore tells Harry to go. However, it actually was Draco who cursed Katie, and he's been recommending the Vanishing Cabinet in the Room of Requirement, and then uses the disarming charm on Dumbledore, which hence makes the Elder Wand enter the Draco. However, Draco doesn't do it. He hesitates to kill Dumbledore. He shakes, and the Death Eaters keep encouraging to do so, but in order to save him, Snape did it. Used the killing curse on Dumbledore. And Bellatrix was using some dark curses all over Hogwarts, and they were about to leave.
I started crying at that scene. It's just horrible seeing Dumbledore get killed. Harry tries using Sectum Sempra on Snape, but deflects it. Then we learn that Snape was the Half-Blood Prince. And then the Death Eaters get away, and all of Hogwarts is devastated over Dumbledore's death.
Even Professor McGonagall. However, everyone raised their wands for Dumbledore. Professor McGonagall comes in attempting to comfort Harry, and that Harry meant a great deal to Dumbledore. Professor McGonagall truly was like a mother figure to Harry, and at the end, Harry revealed that it wasn't Draco who was the Half-Blood Prince, it was Snape, and that it was always Snape, but they didn't know he was a double agent. But however, the Horcrux was a fake, and then it had some kind of text in it.
To the Dark Lord, I know I'll be dead long before you read this, but I want you to know that it was I who discovered your secret. I've stolen the real Horcrux and intend to destroy it as soon as I can. I face death in the hope that when you meet your match, you will be mortal once more. R.A.B.
Which is short for Regulus Black. But Harry said he's leaving Hogwarts and not coming back next year, because he said it's up to him to finish whatever Dumbledore started, but Hermione said that he needs help, Ron and Hermione, and that he can't do it alone. And Ron's okay with him and Harry and Ginny, and Hermione asked him to keep the snogging to a minimum when Ron's around. And then that's the end of the movie. Now, I kinda feel like this review was to honor McGonagall's actor, Maggie Smith, since she passed away last September. I feel like not only did her actor die, but McGonagall died with her, resting in a grave at Hogwarts. If we could access the Wizarding World and go there sometime in the Shadowcraft, we could pay our respects to McGonagall, Snape, and Dumbledore, since Snape also died, but in the Deathly Hallows Part 2.
I sure hope so. I'll feed them together. We raise our ones for you, Professor McGonagall.
Even though we're muggles, we still raise our wands for Professor McGonagall and Maggie Smith. Still can't believe she's gone. So, if McGonagall passed away, who would be the headmaster of Hogwarts? I have no idea. But let hope whoever it is, Hogwarts is in good hands. Although I've never been to Harry Potter's world before. Hey Gwen, is it okay if we play some Smash Bros?
Sure, why not? Let me boot up my Switch because it's time for some free player Smash.